Welcome to Cooking with Miss O. Let's join Mary Beth Oxendine in the kitchen as she teaches you how to cook Southern style healthy.
Welcome to Cooking with Miss O. We're so happy you're here with us today, and we also have our guest, Gus Arundel, but I think after this much time, you're really not a guest, you're just part of us, right?
I don't know about that. How you doing, Mary Beth?
I'm doing great. How are you doing,
Good.
Gus?
I'm ready to learn something.
Okay, today, Gus, we've started our new thing where we do a meal that is $5 for a family of 4, for the whole meal, not for one person.
$5 for a family of 4.
Yes, sir.
$1.25 a piece.
Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
right. And we're, of course, using Springer Mountain chicken, and everybody says, man, how do you do it with organics? How do you do it with the best stuff? And that's what we're going to show them today. Now, if you don't have my cookbook, you might want to get my cookbook, because if you have the pantry that I have in my cookbook, then this is how it can happen, okay? Now, we are going to, what we're cooking today is, Gus, it's my daughter's favorite soup. And I do this in the spring, summer, fall, and winter.
So anytime.
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 In the summer, I have fresh corn to put in.
Can I say it?
Yes, sir.
It's chicken corn chowder.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. And we're using Springer Mountain chicken today, and I'm using the
Always.
individual breasts because, Gus, when I use this, I only need 2 of the breast for this soup. So I can get 3 meals, $5 meals, out of this. With different things. And in the next show, actually, that we'll be doing, I'm also doing 2 more out of that.
Right,
and
we've been talking earlier, you said that it was a man-sized serving you're talking about.
I
You're
am.
talking
I'm
about
not talking
four nice
man-sized servings.
4 man-sized
Yes,
servings.
I
Yes,
am.
so everybody could get full.
That's right. And then I'm doing celery and carrot sticks today.
Correct.
And then I'm doing my homemade whole wheat rolls. Now, there's one thing I want to talk to you about chicken, and I guess I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm also doing things every show, like I was started with, where you will know the health benefits, because God created all this food for us, and each one of those things helps something. Like if you eat radishes in your salad, it's a liver cleanser. And when you eat your celery, it brings down blood pressure. But you have to eat it in the raw state, a lot of it. The chicken, though, 2 things about the chicken. If you have cancer, and we've had that in our family now this year, but anyway, I just wanted to tell you that chicken breasts by Springer, and I'm going to tell you this, Springer Mountain chicken is the only one you can use, because if it's been shot up with chemicals, it doesn't have this property in it,
Ours
okay?
is not. There's no antibiotics. It's fed in all
It has
vegetable
to be
diet.
natural, like it was when our grandparents were growing them. There was
That's
nothing
correct.
in them, and you do that. But even if it wasn't Gus's chicken, or it wasn't named Springer Mountain, but it did all this, this would be the chicken you needed to eat. It's not that y'all paid me to do this or asked me to come on.
No.
I knew about this chicken actually 14 years ago. I prayed for a chicken company, and I prayed for them to be close, because I was having to go to North Carolina and Colorado, send for chicken for us to eat. Otherwise, we would have been vegetarians, because there was no meat we could eat. Now, when you do the broth, and this
Well,
chicken,
that's really good, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you were on the ground floor, because that's when we started. It's been about 14
and I
years
was praying for
ago.
God. So see, you were
Yes.
handpicked
I
by God
listen.
to give me chicken
Yes, I
from my
listen.
family, because I was worried about my daughter when she was about 12 or 13 then, and she just got married last fall. And I was so worried that she would never be able to walk into a grocery store, because she couldn't eat chemicals, anything with chemicals. And what would she do? And you know what? You got it there in time, so that when she goes and buys her Springer Mountain chicken all the time, her refrigerator's full of it. So
She's a great, great lady, and I hope she's very, very happy.
they are. They
Good,
actually are.
good.
They eat at my house a lot. They live next door.
They
so-
know when the food's
yes.
good.
But anyway, I want to tell you, I've gone ahead and boiled all this whole bag. I do that when I'm going to do meals. I boil the whole bag. I don't add anything to it. I just put the breast in and put water in, and then I boil the whole thing. And then I want you to see how clear this broth is, because you don't get this with any other chicken on the market at all. All right, and that's why it's not dangerous. This is the other 4 breasts. I'll be freezing this juice, the water that I cooked it in, and then I use that for other dishes. I freeze it separately in bags. I do cup sizes, and I will show you that today too. And I will take 2 of these breasts, and I will cut it up and put it here in the pan. Now here we go, Gus. Would you dump that corn? I use this corn because it's USA made, and some of the cans of top companies that we thought our moms used are not in the
I
USA
did not
anymore.
know that.
Oh, China has a lot of our products.
Does it say it on the can?
It does. It says
So
product of
you need to
USA.
look for product of USA.
And if you don't do distributed. Don't do distributed. And
Yeah, if it says distributed by,
it's not made
you,
here.
you, you
It's
don't,
not
yes,
here.
just distributed in the USA. You want it to say product of the
That's
USA.
exactly right. And I do that on all my bags. If it doesn't say product of USA, I don't buy it, organic or whatever it is, or all natural. Gus, this is white cream corn. If you will put 2 cans of that in there, and then I'll give you this water to put in after you're done. Now, we need a 1/2 cup of onion. Right now in the U.S., or in the South, we can't get American-grown onions except these white onions. And you look on the thing to see where it's from. But then, in not too long a time, we'll be getting our good old Georgia. Yes, that's my favorite onion. I wish there was some way to...
that onion smells good.
It does. Now, the white onion is real mild.
Correct.
And you want that, but it's the only one in the winter that I can get this from the USA.
I didn't know that. Now, how do you know that onion is from the USA?
Because it's product of USA by the company I buy it.
Okay.
It's at
So
Ingles.
you buy it by the bag.
I do buy it by the bag.
There's no way to really tell if they're in the bins.
No, there
No,
is. There is.
There is?
They put a little
Okay.
sticker on them, but if it doesn't have a sticker on it, don't buy it because you don't know.
Okay.
Because they'll leave the stickers off if they're not in the USA. A lot of people. Now, Ingles is real good about letting you know that. That's why I shop there, because Ingles has the best organics I've ever found, and they have the best USA stuff. Okay, and this is how I do it. Just probably do a 1/2 cup for us, and we're going to saute that in butter. And Gus, I'm going to let you chop that for me.
All righty.
Okay, I'm just going to put this in that bowl here. You know who I learned that from is Rachel Ray.
Putting the scraps in the...
Yes, I think that's the best idea. Because at my house, I have a trash can right here. Okay, Gus, if you will chop that up like real fine like that.
Okay.
Because if you do it like that, then it's not such big pieces. And if you catch a big piece, if you would, okay? Thank you so much. Now I'm going to put a little bit of butter here for us. And I use Land of Lakes, and I use...
salted or unsalted?
I use salted.
Okay.
Now you can, if you're having a problem, because I don't do regular salt because it is cut with sugar, and so I don't ever use that. I only use sea salt.
Only
right
use
here.
sea salt.
And I use sea salt from California. It's the only one I can find that's a USA sea salt. I just do a little bit. This is a new pan I got, Gus, and it's wonderful.
I've never seen a white.
I know it.
A white center before.
Because you know, the problem is with pans when they don't stick, and the stainless steel is such a bad sticker.
Yes.
You know, it really is. Well, this one doesn't, and I got it because I'd heard about it. It's called a green pan, so it's a ceramic pan on the inside, and so it doesn't stick at all. We used it at the last show, and it was wonderful.
Green, as in
turned
that's
on the
just
wrong one.
green is the name, or does it have a connotation of being good for the environment?
That's what it means. It's good for the environment. When it has a green symbol on it, that means it's good for the environment and good for us too. And that's wonderful. Now, if you will put that onion in there when you're through cutting it up,
Okay.
that would be awesome. And then we'll just saute that.
Okay, you just put a pinch of butter in there now.
That's all I'll need. Just
Okay,
a little bit for flavor.
just enough to keep it from.
I use
for
a 1/2
the
of a
flavor
teaspoon.
or for the.
I don't need it for the flavor.
For the flavor.
We don't need as much fat as we think we do for flavor. And I do use real butter because it's healthier. I mean, if you
Salted
look on
butter.
it. Yes. It has, well, you can use unsalted if you want. I just use salted. So now I'm going to pour this water in here. Yes. And then we need 3 cups of milk. I get my milk at Ingles, but you can get it anywhere, I think, and it's the organic. And I do skim milk.
Skim milk. Some people call that Blue John.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Why'd they call it that?
Well, it's got kind of a blue color to it, if you'll notice.
It does?
It really does. It's got a blue tint to it.
Oh,
See
wow.
it? Don't you think so?
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking through it as it goes through. You're right.
Yeah, I'm.
We are getting ready to go break here.
I'm telling my age.
How are you telling your age?
Yeah, by
Just
calling
'cause
it
it's
Blue
blue
John.
milk? That's all right.
Blue
It's
John.
probably
That's what my grandmother used to call it.
Really? Well,
Yes.
that's why. So you learned it from your grandmother.
Yes.
I'm going to whisk this, and we're going to be right back. Thanks so much, y'all. Gus, I think this is all ready, and I need to get you, this is my chicken breast. Gus, would you just cut those up some?
I would be glad to.
Just do it any way you want to do it.
Do you want small chunks, slices?
You can do slices or rip it up or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
When I have kids cooking with me. Now,
I got you.
This pan, look at this. This is the most amazing pan. I love this.
The white inside pan. I've never seen that.
It's a green pan. Well, we've done our half cup of onions. We sauteed it in a half of a teaspoon of butter. You don't have to load stuff down with butter and still have the wonderful taste.
Yes, I'd mentioned before, Mary Beth, that you just had like maybe a quarter, if you call it a pad, you know, sometimes they bring you butter in a pad. You
that's
had maybe
right.
a quarter of a pad. There
wasn't much, was there?
Butter at all.
And then you still get the nice flavor. You saw how nicely it browned. Okay, now we have added our milk, our water, our sauteed onions, and we're going to add our chicken, and I'm going to do the black pepper. We're going to do sea salt here, and I'm doing a half. I think I'll do a whole teaspoon of sea salt. I do sea salt too, Gus, because it's so much healthier for you.
Yes, you told me before, which I did not know. You said that regular salt, like if you buy at the store, table salt as they call it, has sugar in it.
Yeah, but they don't list it on the ingredients, and that's why people, I think, are having trouble with it for their heart and stuff like that, is because that's more sugar in their diet.
Yes.
Now, I don't hate sugar. I actually love sugar, but it's not good for us. But it's nice for fun times, for celebrations and fun.
For a treat.
Right, but it needs to be a treat. But today in our world, it's an everyday thing, more than it is natural foods. Yes, you're right. So. Gus,
the chicken is chopped.
The wonderful thing about this is it won't fall off. Just scrape it in there, Gus.
Yes, I like yours. I like yours. It's curved, like I said. So
yes, it's wonderful. I found that too. That's a new
Springer Mountain Farms chicken.
Yes.
Is
2 breasts is all we need.
Main ingredient.
It is, and let me tell you too. When I do the cream corn, my own cream corn, I do that leftover chicken broth when I make my cream corn. And that way I'm using your broth in there too.
Yes, and I did notice
that
too,
gives it a little more
as
chickeny
you
flavor to me.
Point out a whole lot, that chicken broth is clear.
Isn't it beautiful? Yes, I think it's a beautiful, I mean, maybe people don't think cooking's beautiful. Now what we're gonna do here, Gus, is, would you please, on this is a Tupperware one, I love this. It has the measurements of 1.5 cups is what we need. So if you would just go right to about where that line is, and you would grate that for me, please, Gus. Now y'all, his hands are clean and so are mine. And I use Cracker Barrel, the sharp on this. If you will grate this, cheddar. Yes. Hey, you come here and I'll come there. Because I'm going to cut up some carrot sticks. And while you're doing that, Gus, I'm going to let you talk to the people about your chicken, and I'm going to rinse this off real quick.
Well, I hope I can do 2 tasks at one time. Springer Mountain Farms is grown in northeast Georgia. It's antibiotic-free. It is fed an all-vegetable diet. We are accepted by the American Humane Association that we're good to our chickens. They come periodically, unannounced, and audit us, what I call from the womb to the tomb. We grow it by their standards all the way from the baby chick all the way to our slaughter practices in the plant. So it's very good. I would like to say too, Mary Beth's been buying Springer Mountain Farms, she said, about 14 years. She used it for years and years and years on her show before we ever became acquainted. And she called me one day and was bragging about our chicken, about how much she liked it and everything, and which was very, very nice of her. And then we got together, and I've been lucky enough for her to let me come on her show. And I've learned a lot, Mary Beth, I really have, about healthier eating. And you know a lot about healthier eating. And Mary Beth, have you ever written a book or thought about writing a book on not just a regular cookbook like you've got your recipe book, but a healthy eating book?
I've been asked to. I've been asked to write a story about my life, about healthy eating, about my family, and I need to do that. I really do, Gus. You're right, because I would like for people to know that God has made everything for
There sure is, and there's so many.
People just don't know it.
People don't know it, and there's so many good foods for you that people don't know about.
And I'm not a big computer person, so I don't do this on the computer. Everybody here can tell y'all. I am terrible on the computer. So, but anyway, so I just study. I study a lot, and I got in that habit when my daughter was so sick, and they only gave her 10 days to live, and said there was nothing that could help her. And she had gotten to the point, Gus, where she couldn't eat anything. And at one point, at a doctor's office, she died in my arms, and the doctor quickly took her from me, and I'm gonna cry. But anyway, they hollered down the hall, call Tom and tell him that Maria's dead. And they took her to the back, and they were able to revive her. They'd given her a shot. She was allergic to the formaldehyde in the shot. And so that, you know, then I had to even be more careful because the grains got her well from that. And then I had to be more careful. Oh, what am I doing? I can do this right here. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm used to in my kitchen just turn it into my sink, y'all. And I learned this from Rachel Ray when Marie, my daughter, and I would watch Rachel Ray. And then you just had this bowl.
I've got the cheese grated.
Okay. Are you ready to cut some vegetables here?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Okay. Now, would you go ahead and dump that cheese? Now, let me show you how you do this, Gus.
Okay.
It's very easy. That's why I like it. The old ones that your mother used to use and my mother-in-law and everybody used, you would have to, you know, put your hand in there and it was cut it up, you know. I got my knuckles cut all the time. Would you just dump all that in there for me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right, I sure will. Here we go. And then we just take our whisk here.
It's really looking good, Mary Beth.
I hope you'll like it, Gus.
Well, if you cook it, I know will.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Gus is a wonderful, easy man to please. He really is.
Well, thank you.
Now, it gets a little bit of yellow in here, Gus, from the cheese, which gives it a little color.
Okay, do you want me to cut the carrot for you?
I would love for you to cut the carrot, okay? And then...
All right, and how much carrot are we going to want, Mary Beth?
Well, we're going to just put 2 on our plate, so we're just going to cut them thin. I'll show you first how I do it, and then you can do it from there. I just cut them in half like that, and then I just take this right here, and I cut that in half, and you got to be careful not to cut your fingers.
Yes, I've been very good so far this show.
Oh, you're great, yeah, because Dale,
no.
You made Dale wrong. You made him be wrong, right? He is so worried about that, he told me.
About my cooking skills?
No, about you cutting yourself. He said, don't let him cut himself. So I didn't know if you'd cut yourself sometime on some show.
No.
I think
if I did, I would tell you.
I think Dale was teasing
we wouldn't
me.
be eating it either.
No. And believe me, I doubt if there's a mother out there or a cook out there that has not cut themselves.
Yes.
So that's why I like this being like this knife. That's safer for children. But I use a dull knife at home for children. Okay.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
And just be real careful there, and you just cut it in half.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now we are going to. We've got it turned up, so we want to. Sometimes I can get, well, mostly when I'm doing it I do yellow corn.
Why did you use white corn today?
Cream corn, because lately that's the only one I can find in the grocery store this winter, and I didn't put up corn last year because of the rain. There wasn't much to be got.
Yes, and you also pointed out before that it's got to say on the can, product of USA.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's the only way that you know that it did come from the
now,
USA.
if it's distributed, it's not here.
That's not absolutely
and you don't know what chemicals have been put on it. There's not the laws in other countries that we have here.
Yes.
And that's a sad
Yes,
thing.
I had. I'll tell you. I had Yes, ma'am. I will. I had a great opportunity to go overseas with our Secretary of Agriculture at the time. And
was it of the nation, Secretary of Agriculture?
No, ma'am. Excuse me. It was Commissioner of Agriculture. Wasn't Secretary. But we went to a foreign country, and they were talking about how natural they were and how natural it was, and how everything that they grew in this country was organic. And the commissioner got to asking them some questions about chemical stuff that they did use, if anything. And so whenever he got through talking to him, I asked him, I said, well, what did you think about, they're saying all this stuff is organic. And he said, well, I'll tell you, Gus, it may be. They may think it is organic, but he said the stuff they're putting on is banned in the United States.
I know, and I can tell you what it is probably, because I know they banned DDT in
Yes, they did
86
in
or
the
7,
States, yes.
yeah. And see, my daughter was allergic to any food that had that on it too. They found out that a lot of the things that our children, all the ear infections and all the
Yeah.
things that are going on are because, and possibly autism too.
Yes,
that
yes, I've heard that
It's from
theory.
chemicals, you know, and different chemicals. And so we, you know, I never remember any autistic children when I first started teaching, and now
Yeah,
there's a lot. Now I want to tell you, what we're eating here will help your heart. It will also help your pocketbook. And it will also, there's all different things with the carrots that helps your eyes, and that's not a lie. Our moms always told us to eat our carrots so we could see in the dark. It actually is true.
And again, family of 4 for $5.
Exactly. And it's a wonderful meal, and that's a big pot of soup, is it not?
It's a huge pot of soup, yes.
So thank you so much. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Gus, we're about ready to eat, but I forgot to do my verse earlier. And I want
Yes.
to tell y'all, this is my favorite verse. Easiest one to memorize is 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 16, be joyful always.
Be joyful always.
Yes.
And that you are, Mary Beth.
Thank you, Gus.
You
I
need to
appreciate-
tell everybody about your website.
Oh, that's right. It's cookingwithmisso.
.com.
.com. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we want you to know that you can get Springer Mountain Chicken. I get it at my Ingles.
Thank you.
But you can get it at a lot of stores.
That's correct.
That's right.
That's correct.
And all the
Ingles
stuff
does
you
have
saw here, I get at my Ingles store.
What about your cookbook?
Oh, that's right. Well, you can go to the website and you can order the cookbook.
Okay.
And we also now, to help you with the cost, because Gus Arundel's so gracious, we are putting $4.50 coupons up in there
That's
for
correct.
them.
That's correct. So not only do you get a cookbook, but you
That's
get
right.
$4.50 off coupon.
That's right. Gus, it's so hot.
It
but
looks so good.
I hope it's all right. Now
Let's
this
try it.
this has 14 grams of protein in it. Then we have the chicken here because it's whole wheat flour, and I cooked it. I ground it right when I did it, and then this chicken helps with heart and with cancer, both with arteries.
We have a lot of doctors that prescribe and recommend Springer Mountain Farms.
believe that.
We sure do.
Oh, is it okay, Gus?
Excellent.
Really? Thanks so
Sure
much. I
is.
appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching us
That
today.
chicken is really good.
It is. Thank you. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Thank